Good morning and welcome to this episode of Inside Texoma. I'm News Channel 6 Melissa Kakarika, and today I am joined by Lieutenant Colonel Jeff White. Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, the 4th of July is almost here. Hard to believe summer is going by that fast.
Indeed.
And Freedom Fest, of course, is going to be going on at the base again. Tell us a little bit about Freedom Fest.
Freedom Fest is going to be an incredible 4th of July event at Sheppard Air Force Base. It's open to the public, so we invite the local community to come out and join us for an incredible celebration.
Now, you guys have done this many times in the past, but you don't normally do it on back-to-back years, right?
That is very true. We are trying to position ourselves for next year. It's going to be the 75th anniversary for Sheppard Air Force Base and the 35th anniversary for the flying training mission out there. So what we wanted to do is kind of offset that. So doing Freedom Fest this year was just a great opportunity that the city allowed us to have.
So now with that coming up next year, are you planning on doing it next year as well?
Not at the base. No Freedom Fest next year at the base.
Okay, so we'll be looking to the city next year.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, tell us a little bit about what is going to be going on. There is a whole bunch of fun.
Oh, it's going to be an incredible opportunity for the entire family. We have activities for young and old alike, so bring the kids on out. We're going to have a kids zone with over 15 different activities, from bungee events and sports events, and then for the grown-ups, we've got lots of vendors out there, over 35 different vendors, as well as 3 different bands going on throughout the day.
Let's talk a little bit about those bands. I don't know that much about them, so you're going to have to introduce me to them. So first up, I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce this. It's a local band. I'm going to leave it to you.
Estilo Tejano.
Okay,
They're a local band. I've been told that they have an amazing repertoire, and we look forward to hearing them and having them a part of our event. We also have a group called Infinite Journey. It's a Journey tribute band, so that should be good for all classic rock, rock for all ages. And then we're going to capstone the evening with a aspiring country singer, Mike Ryan.
So those kind of go on throughout the day. What's the time frame there?
Indeed. Gates open at 3:30 in the afternoon, so you come on out to the base. We offer free parking, free transportation to the event. Festivities begin at 4 o'clock, and then we're just going to rock throughout the entire day until we do fireworks at 10 o'clock at night.
Okay, and that's the order that the bands will play in?
Indeed, yeah.
All right, and tell us a little bit more. I know you said there's going to be a ton of vendors, so a lot of food, I'm guessing.
Oh my goodness, it's going to be the entire carnival/fair stock of stuff, from hamburgers and hot dogs to turkey to all that good barbecue stuff that Texas is known for. And then of course I can't leave out the funnel cakes and the snow cones.
So all the patriotic things you would expect at a 4th of July barbecue, right?
Absolutely.
And I'm sure a lot of snow cones and drinks and things to stay cool in case it gets pretty hot.
Oh yeah, and we're going to wear those kids out between the sugar and the events.
Well, I know the kids area is $5. Tell us about that.
Oh, that's the incredible part of the deal. Come out for a lot of free fun and everything else, but for the kids, they have unlimited play for $5 wristbands. It's going to open up all those activities for them for a mere $5.
So now, are those wristbands available ahead of time or at the base on that day? How's that going to work?
Both of those. They are on sale at a couple of different venues, but they will be available on site right there as people show up.
All right, and I know, in 3, 2, 1. Tell us a little bit about why it's so important for the base to do this.
Oh, this is just an incredible opportunity for us to give back to the community, because they do so much for us day in and day out. So we look forward to putting on an amazing show, a great event, and we hope the entire community comes out to join us.
So now, what preparations are going on up there at the base as we get closer and the countdown is on?
Well, it's been a whirlwind. A lot of people haven't seen a lot of the work we've been doing all the way back to January, when we brought the fireworks vendor online and tried to get that out there. And now we're starting to prepare things with the traffic barricades and the setup of the site. And the team is getting excited, and we're looking forward to having just a world-class event for the entire community.
And I know if people want some more information, do you have different Facebook page and websites where people can look some things up?
If anybody wants to know more about Freedom Fest, they can feel free to look it up on Facebook, Freedom Fest 2015 at Sheppard Air Force Base, or just Google it out there on the internet.
Well, I know we do want to mention, of course, News Channel 6 is a sponsor. So in addition to all the vendors and fun out there, I know News Channel 6 will have a booth out there. I'll be there. A lot of our talent will be there. We want to thank you for letting us be a part of it as well, because we're all really excited.
It's our pleasure. You guys are one of many, just the local community supporters, and it's just epic how many people come out and step up to help support the event and just make it an awesome show for the entire community.
Now, on that note, I know you said you have a lot of support. Expecting big crowds this year?
We're hoping last year. We hope to top ourselves from previously, but depending on the weather and everything else, we're hoping one and all of all ages come out and join us.
Now, does it normally get into the hundreds, thousands? Not quite sure.
We're hoping for tens of thousands of people out there, coursing throughout the day. Of course, once the event starts at 4 o'clock and rolls till 10 o'clock, some people come and go. The peak will be about fireworks time at 10 o'clock.
Okay, so now if somebody's never been before, what would you say to them to make sure they go this year?
It's wonderful. I would say that this is just going to be a great opportunity. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're really trying to make it the best event, the best summer event in Texoma. So we're hoping people from all, the miles around Sheppard Air Force Base will come out and join us.
All right, well, we see some social media here like you just told us. Looks like you guys are really, really planning hard and getting really excited. Is there a lot of excitement going on at the base? Is the atmosphere just gearing up for the 4th?
There is a lot of buzz. I think it's mostly because our students would like to be out of class for a couple of days, but I tell you, they're going to be a part of this massive undertaking of inviting the community in. So you're going to get to see the airmen all the way across the board. Around 8 o'clock at night, we're going to put on a small parade just for the community and kind of show them a little bit about what we do as part of that training out there. And they, of course, will be helping out a lot of the events and a lot of the details going on throughout the night.
Well, I think for myself, if you want to be patriotic, it's the 4th of July, no better way to celebrate than on a base, right?
Absolutely, I think so, and it's a great chance for us to open our doors, let the community come in for a little while and see a little bit behind those gates that we have out there for our protection. But we let the community in, see a couple of airplanes, and do some amazing things, and hopefully we'll have a great night and then get everybody out safely that night.
That's true, because you don't get on the base that often, so really it's just a great way to kind of enhance your relationship with the community, right?
Oh, absolutely, and we look forward to it.
All right, well, we're going to talk a whole lot more about Freedom Fest. I know one of the big things that we've already talked about a little bit is the fireworks. You said a lot of people come out for that, so we're going to talk more about the fireworks as well as some safety and security measures, what you need to bring, what you don't need to bring, how you're going to park. There is a lot you need to know, so we're going to talk about that when we return to Inside Texoma.
Come celebrate freedom at Freedom Fest Saturday, July 4th at Sheppard Air Force Base in Wichita Falls. You'll be treated to great food, great family fun, and live music from Estio Tejano, Infinite Journey, and headliner Mike Ryan. And of course, when the sun goes down, there'll be lots and lots of fireworks. So, come celebrate freedom at Freedom Fest Saturday, July 4th at Sheppard Air Force Base in Wichita Falls. Freedom Fest is free of charge and entrance is only through the hospital gates beginning at 3:30.
Welcome back to Inside Texoma on this Sunday morning. I'm News Channel 6 Melissa Kakarika, once again joined by Lieutenant Colonel Jeff White as we take an inside look at Freedom Fest, 4th of July, almost here. Welcome back.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so we've been talking about everything that's going to be going on. Of course, one of the capstones, one of the highlights of Freedom Fest is always the fireworks. Tell us what this year's show is going to be like.
This year's show is going to be even amazing. Even more amazing. We've worked harder to really trump what we did last year, make this site and the event just that much more spectacular. So we're going to have approximately 25 minutes of fireworks going off, and based on last year's rendition, it's going to be incredible. And
now this year you're adding some music to play by the fireworks, is that right?
That's very similar to last year, but there'll be patriotic music playing at the same time there on site at Sheppard Air Force Base. But what's interesting is if you can't make it to the event with us, you can join us live on TV while that event is simulcasted.
Oh, so how does that work? How can people get a hold of that?
That's going to be amazing. You just turn on your news channels, your local news, and we'll be playing that at 10 o'clock, right as we roll out that fireworks display.
Well, that's awesome, because not everybody can make it out.
Absolutely.
That's really, really exciting this year. Now, I know this has been going on for a while. You mentioned that it takes a couple months for these preparations to get underway. Tell us about the preparations.
It sure does. I mean, starting back in January, the team was coming on board, working through a lot of the wickets and making this happen, the preparations and whatnot. And I tell you, as the hour has drawn near, the pace is just ramping up. Right now we have people preparing things out at the base. We're starting to prepare for the traffic flow and the parking arrangements and everything else to accommodate the public. So we're hoping that we've analyzed everything that we need to get done and make it a world-class event for everyone that comes out to join us.
I imagine a lot of negotiations and things with vendors to get those fireworks ready to go and get the best fireworks, right?
Oh, indeed. It's going to be a great time. I mean, that was part of the show, but what's amazing is just all the local sponsorship that's involved in order to bring out some of the best stuff and open up those doors for what we have, vendors and the like out there.
And now, night of, I imagine it's going to be pretty busy as we get closer to 10 o'clock, right?
It is. We anticipate things to ramp up continuously throughout the afternoon. The gates open at 15:30 in the afternoon. The gates open at 3:30 in the afternoon to the public, and we encourage everybody to come out at any time that they want to. But the event site's going to open up at 4 o'clock for the festivities. So come on out because the parking's free, the transportation to the site's free, and activity and fun starts at 4.
Okay, and then now as 10 o'clock gets closer, what's the best spot to watch the fireworks as you're on the base?
Oh, I don't think there's a bad spot out at the base, but I will tell you, the area that we have the event set up for on our green hillside there next to our hospital, it's the perfect overlook. It's going to be overlooking the bands as they play, a lot of the other fun that's going on, and then eventually at 10 o'clock when the fireworks start, that's going to be the perfect viewpoint to watch that spectacular display.
I imagine maybe stake out your spot for the fireworks a little bit early. It gets pretty crowded for the fireworks, right?
That will be the most important part for you and your family, is to get there early and check things out, but also stake out your ground quickly.
So a 25-minute show, simulcasted, continuous display with music, thousands of fireworks, right? Just a huge amount.
Oh, it's going to be epic. I mean, it's going to be 25 minutes with different explosions going on throughout, rocket launches. I mean, it's going to take thousands to fill that time block. And based on last year's performance, it was just exhilarating.
So now, you mentioned this is going to be similar to last year. You saw last year's, right?
I did. I hauled my kids up there, and we sat out there past 10:30 at night and just awestruck at the fireworks.
I imagine everybody's faces as the fireworks were going off were just totally worth it.
It is. It's great. I mean, everybody's just paused for those 30 minutes, the ultimate just kind of patriotic finale to the 4th of July.
You can't have the 4th of July without fireworks.
That's right. Fun, fireworks, and more fun.
All right. Anything else we need to know about the fireworks show?
I think that's pretty much it.
All right, so just mark your calendars, get ready for 10 o'clock on the 4th of July. We are going to talk a whole lot more about what exactly you can bring into the base, kind of some safety and security measures. There are guidelines. It is a military base. So we're going to talk about that when we come back. But first, we do have some more video of last year's fireworks show, so we're going to let you take a sneak peek at that, get you kind of excited for Freedom Fest this year and fireworks. Let's take a look at that.
Come celebrate freedom at Freedom Fest Saturday, July 4th at Sheppard Air Force Base in Wichita Falls. You'll be treated to great food, great family fun, and live music from Estio Tejano, Infinite Journey, and headliner Mike Ryan. And of course, when the sun goes down, there'll be lots and lots of fireworks. So, come celebrate freedom at Freedom Fest Saturday, July 4th at Sheppard Air Force Base in Wichita Falls. Freedom Fest is free of charge and entrance is only through the hospital gates beginning at 3:30.
Welcome back to Inside Texoma. We hope you enjoyed looking at some of the fireworks from last year's Freedom Fest a little bit earlier before the break. But we are going to continue talking about Freedom Fest with Lieutenant Colonel Jeff White. And there are some things you need to know about what you can bring, what you cannot bring. Let's go over the guidelines.
I tell you, it's a great public event, but for everybody's safety, we want to make sure that nobody brings any weapons, any guns, no coolers, no dogs. But what we do want you to bring is a blanket or a chair to stake out your place for the fireworks. We encourage you to bring lots of sunscreen. But aside from that, we're going to have the food and the fun waiting for you.
Now, what about purses, backpacks, bags, things like that?
Small personal bags are welcome. We will be doing a small search point to go through that just to make sure for public safety that everything's good. But other than that, I think bring some sunscreen.
Can you bring a camera phone, things like that to take pictures?
Absolutely, and that's highly encouraged. I mean, we're going to have so many activities going on throughout the day that there's going to be a lot to look at.
Now, you mentioned you have the food there, so I'm guessing no food, no alcohol from the outside to be brought in. Is that correct?
That is correct, but there will be plenty of vendors there to meet any of your hunger needs that day.
All right, so when you get there, what gate do we need to go to?
That's a wonderful question. I tell you, as you come off that 325 spur towards Sheppard Air Force Base, this year we'll be piping most of the public through what we call the hospital gate. And again, that gate opens at 3:30 in the afternoon. But once you get to that spot, there'll be plenty of signs and people directing the way. So you just got to make it off that 325 spur, and we'll get you the rest of the way.
All right, now are there any roads closed in that area around the base?
Once you arrive on base, we will have traffic management guiding everybody directly to the parking area, so that won't be a problem at all. That's our responsibility. We'll get you there, and then we'll get you to the point where the buses will pick you up and haul you over to the Green Hill side for the event.
So parking is free. It'll kind of be directed as you get to that entrance?
That is correct.
Okay. And anything else we need to know about what you can bring? You can kind of come in and come out, right, if you forget something in your car because it is free?
That is correct, and with it being a free event, I mean, it's pretty cut and dry, but parking will be a little ways away from the event site, but we do have that free busing and transportation for everybody.
And then once you get there, is there a kind of security checkpoint to go through?
Indeed, we're putting the security checkpoint this year by the parking area. That way, if you do accidentally bring something that's maybe not worthwhile to take to the site, you'll be able to take it back to your vehicle pretty quickly and then get right back on the bus and make your way over there.
So it seems like overall you're trying to make it as easy as possible for everybody to kind of get out there and just have a good time.
Oh, absolutely. We want the focus to be on the 4th of July event, the patriotism, and just all the fun that there is to be had out there.
Okay, well, I want to show them the poster. You've probably seen these around town. Freedom Fest is coming up July 4th. Pretty exciting. Once again, gates open at 3:30, fireworks at 10. What else do we need to know?
Throughout the day, we're going to have 3 different bands playing, as well as about 8 o'clock, we're going to have some of our students perform a small version of what we have as a parade, and those are going to be the highlights. I tell you, that's going to take up most of our time from the start of the event at 4 o'clock until 10 o'clock at night when those fireworks begin.
Really, anything you could want, the music, the food, the fun, the fireworks.
It's going to be a straight-up good time all day long.
And you get to spend it with, of course, members of our military. Great way to be patriotic.
Absolutely.
All right, anything else you want the people to know about Freedom Fest and why they should head on out?
Just come on out for a great time on the 4th of July. It's an opportunity at Sheppard Air Force Base for us to invite the community out to see a little bit behind those gates and everything else, and everybody's welcome.
All right, well, thank you so much, Lieutenant Colonel Jeff White, for giving us this sneak peek at Freedom Fest. I know a lot of people are really, really excited about it, me being one of them. We'll be right back.
Come celebrate freedom at Freedom Fest Saturday, July 4th at Sheppard Air Force Base in Wichita Falls. You'll be treated to great food, great family fun, and live music from Estio Tejano, Infinite Journey, and headliner Mike Ryan. And of course, when the sun goes down, there'll be lots and lots of fireworks. So, come celebrate freedom at Freedom Fest Saturday, July 4th at Sheppard Air Force Base in Wichita Falls. Freedom Fest is free of charge and entrance is only through the hospital gates beginning at 3:30.
Welcome back to Inside Texoma. I'm Melissa Kakarika, but this time as we take an inside look at Freedom Fest, I am joined by Carol Davis, our assignment editor here, who's been doing a lot of the planning as far as News Channel 6 sponsorship goes and our support of Freedom Fest. We talked with the base about everything that's going to be going on. News Channel 6 has a booth as well, though.
Oh yeah, we're a big participant out there, and we want everyone to come out there to see what our booth has. We're going to try to do something unique this year, where we have audience participation.
Oh.
Yeah, try to get everybody involved. We want to really meet the public and meet all of y'all watching and get to know you and your stories, so we can bring your stories to you. And it's more of a connection to the community. We're very community involved here at News Channel 6. We are everywhere. we're very involved in the public.
And we're going to have a lot of our talent and a lot of our staff out manning the booth so you can come out and meet everybody, right?
Absolutely. We'll probably get out there about 1:30. Now, the gates don't open until 3:30 to the general public, but once you get there, just come right on over and say hello, and we'll visit with you, probably take some pictures, and, you know, just have a good time, kind of a meet and greet social activity, you know, like if people like that. It's the 4th of July, it's friendly, it's, you know, we just want to get to know everybody.
And I know we're going to have a lot of guest MCs, myself being one of them, along with my morning co-anchor, Kaylee Pfeifferling. We're going to be there from 4 to 7 for some of the music, introducing a lot of the bands.
Yeah, you guys are going to be on there with the tribute band for Journey.
Yeah.
You know, if you're a Journey fan, like I am, I want to be on the stage. So I am very jealous of y'all, but I think you'll do a great job. I don't know if you've ever done that kind of thing before where you've introduced a band, but, you know, oh, it's awesome.
Well, I, for one, am very excited. And then I know later in the night, Chris Horgan, Ashley Fitzwater are going to be there through 4 to 7, or I'm sorry, I'm going to be there 4 to 7.
Yeah.
They're going to be there
Right.
7 to 10 for the big fireworks, right?
Yeah, we're there all day, 1:30 to 11 o'clock, whenever the fireworks finish. They're supposed to go off at 10:02. Don't ask me why we've picked 10:02. But that's the way Shepherd wants to do it, and that's fine. It should be a great display of fireworks, very patriotic, and, you know, it doesn't get any better than fireworks on the 4th of July, I personally think.
Oh, absolutely. And we're going to have a lot of live shots, a lot of reporters, just a lot of staff out there really bringing it in case you aren't there, in case you are watching it on TV.
Now, remember, this is a free event. So there's no reason that you cannot come out to Shepherd and have a good time with us, party with us, you know, get to know us, we'll get to know you, and have a good time, and, you know, just celebrate our independence. This is what, you know, the 4th of July is all about. We're
Yeah.
freedom, you know, freedom country, free country, and we enjoy our freedoms here.
That's why it's called Freedom Fest. Now, I know News Channel 6 is very excited to be a part of this again as a sponsor, along with the many, many other sponsors.
Oh, you know, there's just a laundry list of sponsors. We enjoy helping out, and that's one way to help out is to support this event, which means it's free for y'all, which is great. We enjoy doing that. And there's lots of stuff for kids to do. I want to emphasize that too. So it's very family friendly. It's things for kids and adults to do, and the music will be great, no doubt. And we'll be there just participating like everybody else.
Yeah, I know. It was really important for News Channel 6 to support this and show our support for the base in the community.
Oh, absolutely. The base is a huge, huge part of our community, and, you know, it's been here for, I don't even know how many decades, forever, but they've always been so supportive of what we do, and we support them because, you know, we want to honor our military and support their efforts, and we just want to help them out. We want everybody to come out there and just have a great time.
Well, I know, Carol, you've been very busy heading up our efforts. A lot of preparations going on your end and a lot of the management end here at News Channel 6.
You know, I think I'm working 24/7 sometimes, but no, it's worth it. I enjoy it.
I would say, well worth it to put on a great Freedom Fest and help the
Absolutely.
base out and support the base.
So come out. We want to see you.
We do want to see you. I want to see you. Carol wants to see you. The whole News Channel 6 team wants to see you. We want to celebrate Independence Day with you. Anything else we need to know?
Gee, I don't know. It's Saturday, July 4th.
Yeah. Can't forget the date.
All right. And it's a holiday, you know?
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Carol. Here we go one more time. Saturday, July 4th at the base. Gates open at 3:30 p.m. Fireworks at 10 p.m. 10:02 to be exact.
That's right.
Make sure you make it on out. Thanks, Carol, for telling us how
Thank
News
you.
Channel 6 is supporting
Absolutely.
the base. And thanks for tuning in to Inside Texoma this morning. We'll wish you a happy early 4th of July, but we hope to see you there.